Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new video. This is the first video in what is a planned series. And as you can see, I'm not quite Butta today. This is a brand new alt, and she's here to help me start off a brand new series of videos that really focus in on the root of getting started. So this is a video for people who are brand new to wardrobe. And my intention is to do 5 or 6 or so, maybe 7 of these, all about 5 minutes long. And the idea is to walk through each of the steps one at a time that you need to take in order to get started with wardrobe. So it should be a lot of fun, and hopefully for those of you who are brand new, this will give you the information and confidence you need to get in and get started and get using this awesome product. So I'm actually going to start off by making just one assumption, and that assumption is that you have already purchased the CTS Wardrobe. If you haven't, I'll leave some links in the video description to get to Marketplace or the Wardrobe main store so you can purchase it. But I'm going to assume that you've purchased it and it's sitting in your inventory. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And CTS Wardrobe, just as an overview, is a tool that helps you to visually organize what's in your inventory. And then as it relates to clothing, use RLV to actually automatically dress and undress yourself as you go about your time in Second Life. It's not an automated tool. It does require some work. It has some setup to it, and you have to maintain it with all the new things that you buy. But let's take a look at kind of the core of what you get and what it is that you receive when you buy wardrobe. So I'm going to go to my objects folder here, and I've got CTS Wardrobe 2.6.1. Let me go ahead and res that out and just go ahead and open this box and copy it to my inventory. And I'm going to assume you know how to do most of this Second Life type stuff because you're already shopping and buying stuff, and now you're looking for a way to organize it. So I'm not going to cover too much of that. So we have our CTS Wardrobe here, and in a later video I'll go through absolutely everything that comes in this box and talk a little bit about what each of them is. But for getting started, the one thing in here that you really care about is the HUD. And so I'm going to go ahead and right click on that, and I'm just going to go ahead and add that to my avatar. So here it is here, the HUD, and in the video description I will also link another video I've done that talks about what each and every one of these buttons does. And so you can go look at that and kind of get a sense for what they all do. But from a getting started perspective, once we have our HUD on, the next thing that we need to do is to get ourselves out a wardrobe pose stand. Now, technically you can use any pose stand, but for getting started and getting in and taking pictures, the wardrobe pose stand is a really nice thing to have. It makes just the whole process sort of nicely integrated. So the button I'm looking for is on the left-hand side of the HUD, and it's this little picture of a person. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And assuming that you're on land that allows you to res, you'll get a wardrobe pose stand, and it's going to ask you which poses do you want to put in it. All poses, female poses, male poses, or no poses. For today, I'm just going to say female poses and call it good. Now I'm going to need to move this out a little bit so that it's not sticking into my building here. But there we go. So I've got my pose stand. I can go ahead and sit on it. And when I do, it's going to pose me, and it's going to put up this nice white backdrop. And assuming that I have RLV enabled, and we're going to talk about RLV in the next video, but assuming I have RLV enabled, I'll get this pop up and it'll say, do you want to adjust the lighting? I can say yes, and it will just brighten everything up with a quick change to the wind light so that when I take pictures, I can see my outfit pretty good. So I'm on my pose stand. I've got my HUD. On my HUD, I've got these 2 arrows down here, and clicking these will let me change between the different poses that are in the pose stand. And so I can find the one that I'll want to use, because we're going to end up taking a lot of pictures with my wardrobe. Lots to choose from. Alright, so that's the most basic part of getting started with wardrobe. Go buy the product, open up the box, put on the HUD, and find some place that you can res out a pose stand. It doesn't have to be permanent. You can always res out a new one every time you're ready to get in and get wardrobing, but this will at least get you started and ready to go. Alright, so that's it for this first video. I'll be back with the next video, and we'll talk about getting ROV set up in our inventory and our viewer and ready to go. Talk to you soon.